Hi, this is Carlin Laborio. I wanted to make another video. This one is going to focus on reading comprehension. And I want to show you when you select the two accommodations, when you have this in your students' paperwork for 504 ESL or special education, the two accommodations that we're talking about is content language supports and text to speech or oral admin. Okay. When they have those two selected in their paperwork, it has to be in the ARD meeting, in the 504 meeting, or in the LPAC meeting if they're ESL. This is what it looks like. So you get these little boxes on the questions. And I made a previous video about what this does with revising and how it reads the passage and the questions. But now I want to focus on what does it do with reading? So if you look over here on the reading passage, if I click speak passage, what it is actually going to speak is only until you get to this part where it will not speak. So basically for the reading, it will read this whole section over here on the left, which will give students the gist of the article, and it will do this pre-vocabulary over here. Okay, this is only for content language supports plus oral admin. Now I want to show you question number 4. This is from the 4th grade 2025 test. Look at this. See how there's a box around paragraphs 9 and 10? When you click on that, it will actually read paragraphs 9 and 10. And then students will get the question read, what do paragraphs 9 and 10 show about squirrel? So this is really interesting that it is actually reading sections of the reading passage. Now, if you flip through the test, you can see sometimes the content language supports will give simplified vocabulary. Sometimes it'll even give a photograph for some of these words, or it'll give a definition. But if you flip through the test, you will see occasionally it will give them the entire paragraph sections from the passage, and it reads it to them. So let's see how many of these there are on the 4th grade 2025 test. So here's one. Now I'm going to skip to the next section. And this is just giving the definition. Here's one where it reads the line. Okay. So that is number 2. And then let's see if there's any more. Okay. Here's one just giving the definition. So that doesn't count. Okay. Here's one. It reads the whole line. So that's 3. Here's another one. It reads the whole sentence. So that's 4. This one also reads the whole sentence where the word is. That's 5. Here's another one. This one reads paragraphs 1 and 2 before they answer the questions. So that was 6, right? So on the reading section, there were 6 questions where it read sections of the text. So that is really cool. And if you look at, here's where it will read the gist. And when it's a paired passage, it'll read the gist of both passages. Another thing I want to show you is when I click on revising, it will do the same thing with revising. So when I click on sentence 2, it actually will read it without sentence 2, with eliminating sentence 2, because that is the question. Which sentence should he remove? So it's actually reading the whole paragraph for revising with that sentence taken out. With revising, it'll also read the whole passage. So it doesn't do that with reading. It doesn't read the whole reading passage, but it'll give them the gist. But with revising, it reads the whole passage and sections of the text. So let's look at this one. Same thing. It'll read all these sections. And it'll read the sentence that's asking about. It'll read which sentences you're combining. This one as well. it'll read the sentence. So it just depends on what the question is being asked. But obviously this has to be added in their paperwork in order to get this on STAAR. But this is an attempt to level the playing field for students who need it. So I hope this video helped. Thanks. Bye.